Hey, what's up guys? How you doing? It is me, Lasty here. Welcome today to a brand new episode of the FC25 Ultimate Team of Road to Glory, episode number 72 today. Happy Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're all doing well. As you're watching this, I'm going to be walking the streets of London, trying to get all festive and Christmassy, seeing the lights, going to Winter Wonderland, that sort of thing today. So I hope you're having as good of a day as what I'm hopefully going to be having. If you enjoyed today's episode, hit me with a thumbs up, subscribe as well if you're new, and let's get stuck in, shall we? So I have a bit of Rivals gameplay. I need to complete my wins. I need to get all of the wins that I needed to do for Rivals this week. Going to get that done. I also did watch the first part of the FC Pro. Watch that for an hour or so, and you get yourself this Benzema and a 50k pack, I think it was. So yes, 50k pack, rare players pack. That's what we're going to open right now. Unfortunately, I don't see the two things that I want to see, which is hardly any lights down the tunnel, but then a light at the end of the tunnel. I wanted to see the blue. I'm yet to have packed an FC Pro actual item. Like I've done the SBC for Bowie, but that's about it so far. So that kind of sucks. Now I'm going to put Luke Wolfenden into the defensive Dynamo SBC. This one, Evo should I say, this one is actually really quite good because if you've got a player that, you know, a great example of this would be someone like Eder Militao or Van der Ven, a player that is decent on this game but just doesn't have like a playstyle plus or something like that. Then you can get jockey plus and a whole bunch of the defensive playstyles without getting any stat or rating boosts. So that's kind of cool. So, you know, maybe your player was in a good position but just didn't quite have what it takes. Well, that Evo kind of sorts that out. I'm using it more in the sense of Luke Wolfenden is not quite where I'd want him to be, but I think that playstyle plus is very, very usable, and all of those defensive playstyles are useful. And with the way that this game goes, a lot of the time, even if you have a player that has a playstyle plus, they can still go into the Evo. They just don't get whatever the new playstyle plus is that Evo is offering. So I'm hoping that Wolfie can go into another defender Evo and still, you know, upgrade those stats because his defending stat needs a big old boost. That is for sure. So yeah, that's quite interesting. Anyway, now I have gone and got myself a walkout in Gundogan in that last pack. So, you know, you've got like daily games played. You've got like the FC Pro stuff here and there, the random goals. I think that objective will have expired by now, but as a lot of you know, it was Colombia. If you needed to score with a random player for the mystery FC Pro thingy, that was Colombia. So I hope you guys scored some finesse shots with a Colombian player to get yourself extra little pack here and there. And of course, we're very close towards the end of the season. In fact, tomorrow will be the very start of a new season, and I'm very interested to see what it's all about because it times quite well with the fact that Black Friday is on Friday, and that could be a little bit mega, couldn't it? Now, I did slightly adjust the team. Obviously, I brought Wolfie in because we're mid-Evo for him, and I brought Abedi Pele back in and put Vinny up front, and essentially that takes Kane out because I was struggling a little bit with him. He's good and all that, like he'll score you goals, but I've really been trying to learn the quick step plus like little pace boost thing. So I've been trying to learn that, and obviously having someone like Vinny up top is going to give me the chance to try and learn that a bit better. But as always, we're going to score loads of goals with Rashford today. But right there, I kind of did all right to work my way past the defender using quick step. But then instead of shooting, I cut it back inside and Rashford scores again. And then why not make it a hat-trick for the boy? This is without doubt one of the crazier cards I've ever used. Power shot plus on Rashford. Wait, how many goals has he got for the club? He's on 198 games, 173 goals and 72 assists. That's wild, and probably not that many of those are actually squad battles or anything. So that's actually insane. Really, really good goal to game. Vinny, on the other hand, 51 games, 35 goals, 29 assists. I'm guessing quite a lot of that has to be squad battles. He's not been that good for me, has he? That's a ridiculous ratio too. Some of that's got to be squad battles. But anyway, moving on into the next game. I finally go 1-0 up against this guy. It took me 55 minutes. I was playing someone with like a Barca, past and present, and he was trying to play like tiki-taka, boring, like great football, but the most boring type of player to come up against, you know, possession and all of that sort of stuff. Can't get a moment on the ball. And I was 1-0 up until Messi scored a near post free kick. Goalkeeper sort of parried it onto the post and then in. And then Suarez ends up getting in and scoring that. It's not the base Suarez. It's actually the Team of the Week one, Evo'd. And he's got over 80 pace. 85 pace, 87 shooting Suarez. It's quite nice. And the card design itself, it's actually solid. But yeah, that made me rage quit. It'll happen. It'll certainly happen because this, I've kind of made it quite clear that I don't really enjoy the gameplay on FC25. It's been a bit of a letdown, in all honesty. But in the next one, we're playing at Anfield, and it looks a little bit sort of like... I know there's cloud coverage on some of the games. This is a sunny game here, so we've got a lot of shadows and stuff going on, and high contrast. But then sometimes you can see there, the cloud was kind of moving over. It makes the pitch really dull, which is a weird situation, because then the cloud moves and the pitch lightens up and brightens up. Well odd. I prefer to just play in the Foot Champ Stadium, to be honest. Unless Portman Road ever comes onto Ultimate Team, which is obviously it was new to the game in the last patch, and you can use it in like kickoff and career mode, I believe. But I don't think there's an item for Portman Road in Ultimate Team yet. Hopefully we'll get that at some point soon, because I would probably play my Rivals games at Portman Road. That'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it? You know, I get to experience it like the old Liverpool fan does when he uses Anfield in his Rivals matches. So yeah, anyway, that little victory there, nice little 3 or 4-1 victory, takes me up to 24 out of 35 points. I'm aiming to just get these done today. I can't be leaving anymore. I desperately need the wins. I want some rewards on Thursday. And what a ball in for 1 minute on the clock. We just ran down the line, crossed it in. Vinny was there to smash it home. Now I'd already queued the pause because I was trying to bring on Virgil van Dijk, so I didn't have to use that Wolfenden card, because actually I would just be hindering myself doing that, and I can get the Evo done. As long as I started him, I could just put Van Dijk in straight away and we'll be all good. But yeah, Rashford, lovely power shot plus there, nice and low. If you kind of hit the power shot with a low amount of power, and then still green time it, obviously the shot still has like a ridiculous amount of velocity, but it stays lower, and the keepers struggle to get down for it. Often they go in off the post, and I really love how they look. They're like daisy cutters, you know, when that ball just sort of like fizzes along the ground. I love that big time. Anyway, 30 points now we're at, so only 5 to go. 2 wins or a win and 2 draws. There we go. Wolfenden's completed, by the way. Nice and easy. Managed to get that one done. I'm still sitting on the Liam Delap Evo that I need to work on. And there's a couple Evos in the club which I can't quite afford yet. There's just basically paid ones left at the moment that I don't love the look of, but there's one that I would quite like to maybe put Connor Chaplin into that would give him Power Shot Plus, but it's going to cost me 60k. So I'm just biding my time because I'm actually kind of broke on Ultimate Team right now. I don't have much at all because I keep opening store packs. But anyway, so I've got an all right amount of like higher tier fodder. But anyway, this game, oh my days, this might have been the one that I needed to. Yeah, I think this was the one to get me up to the final amount of points. And wow, did I score some power shots in this one? I was just going to town with Rashford. Harry Kane ends up scoring that. Just a regular shot on the left foot. Just sails past my goalkeeper. But I'm not going to complain considering the amount of ridiculous power shots I'm scoring in this one. It was all about them for some reason. Even this corner. Look at this. Absolutely redonkulous. I mean, look at that. I know it takes a deflection, but wow, the amount of power is something else. So that gets me a 5-1 victory. Nutty goals. But there were plenty of L's in the way there, so I unfortunately didn't make my way up to Division 3. So I guess I'm going to get pushed back to Div 6. So the rewards are going to take a hit, aren't they? Unless they decide not to do that. I guess we'll see. You guys might know a little bit more about it by the time you're watching this. And then here is my SBC for the FC Pro Live Challenge number 1. I think I've done all the SBCs so far. I just need to do Challenge 2 and Challenge 3 when they're available for me, and I'll get that objective completed. And these SBCs are quite good because not only do they give you the reward pack that it offers, but there's also an objective part to complete, and you get SP and an extra pack. So you get two packs and 500 SP for completing the daily sort of SBC objective challenge thingy, whatever you want to call it. And this time around, we do get a walkout. That's quite nice. At least we've had a couple of walkouts today. In the few sort of little numbered packs that we've had, we get a pint of your finest Beth Meadser. 88 overall rated this year. I think she was... Is that a +1 on last year? She was 87, weren't she, last year? Pretty sure. But then the final thing that I wanted to do was just test out a little bit these combo upgrades. I only really had enough rares in the club to do 5 of these. And they don't scream out, oh my god, these are amazing compared to like last week's player picks. So I'll do 5 of them. We'll test them out. Are they worth it? Are they any good? Should you be putting your fodder into 81 plus combos? Well, first one was nothing to really write home about. I'm not seeing a walkout in pack number 2 either. Obviously, this is, you know, you could open 5 and get 5 walkouts, 5 promo players. Congrats if you do, but it doesn't look like it's happening to me. Next pack up, we don't see a walkout again, so at this point I just kind of skip it whenever I fancy. That is a Ben Tancur if I've ever seen one. Yep, he is currently serving like a 7-match ban or something in the Premier League, I believe. 2 more of these to go then, just to see if I'm going to bother doing any more, even after my Rivals rewards tomorrow. No, nothing great in there either. And the final one, come on, give me a walkout so I can kind of enjoy these. No, I'd say they're pretty trash. For 5 rares and 5 non-rares, to get 2 players, only guaranteed 1 over 77, 1 over 81, I don't see that as very good at all. I would have much preferred the player picks to get refreshed from last week, as they were just way superior in my opinion. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Again, slightly shorter episode today. I'm struggling to find the amount of content that I want to do, and as much as we don't talk about leaks around here, it feels like we're just kind of waiting for Black Friday and the weekend for the good stuff, and it's kind of putting me off maybe trying to send all of my fodder and some of everything else that I've got into that Icon SBC. The 90 max one, I don't know if it's worth it. So I'm kind of holding off and hoping that we get better stuff later on in the week. My friends, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed today, do me that tiny little favor of just hitting that thumbs up button. That'd be brilliant. Subscribe as well if you're new to my channel. Cheers. Uptown. Take it easy, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget all my social links are down below. Have a great one, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Peace.